Hello, and in this week's episode of Crime on the Street with me, Weston, we look into MC warfare and the people who deal with it. We take a look into the two major biker gangs in San Andreas and their leaders. We'll see what the PD thinks of them and how they deal with them. Welcome to episode 1 of Crime on the Street with Weston, and don't turn off your telly because this is the one show you don't want to miss. So after entering the world of MC warfare, we decided the best thing to do was to go up to the MCs and possibly ask them a few questions, see what their view was on the situation. So we did what any sane man, woman, or child would do. We headed towards the closest scent of danger, the Angels of Death MC, who are one of the most notorious MCs in the state and are infamous for the guns they traffic, allegedly, that is. They're also currently locked into an intense biker war with Lost MC, a fellow biker gang. We got to see some of the action up close, but more on that later. Once we did get a hold of the Angels of Death MC, we started immediately asking the important questions. The questions you'd want to hear. Anyway, we'll get started right away with the interview. So Angels of Death MC, you are known as one of the most notorious MCs in the state of San Andreas, and forgive me, but you're famous for the guns that you would allegedly traffic. Allegedly.
Yeah, that's alleged.
Allegedly, yeah. What would you define yourselves as? Would you define yourselves more as a biker gang, or just kind of, it's a weekend hobby, or would you define yourselves more as a brotherhood,
Hobby, man, this is a lifestyle.
Yeah. The lifestyle.
Yeah, so you definitely.
We're all brothers here, so yeah, we can call us a brotherhood.
Yeah. And now let's move on to Lost MC. Obviously, tensions have been quite high in the past few weeks with the two MCs, who are definitely the two big MCs in the state. What are your relations with the rival MC, Lost MC?
Well, you see this table, right?
Yep.
You see what it says, right?
Yep.
It now belongs to us.
So you can kind of piece that together.
So it'd be fair to say tensions are quite high between the two gangs right now. Two clubs, sorry, not gangs.
Aren't they always between multiple bikers?
There's not even other gangs around here, my man. We done took over.
We kind of.
They can rep whatever they want to rep, but they're done faded away, and whoever's calling they're still the lost. They're gonna be lost if they see us.
Yes, yeah. And so more from a community standpoint here, would you say that your rivalry with the Lost MC would it affect the community much? Like, say, just for instance, this part of the area, Mirror Park, like, how often would you think that would disturb the residents? Like, maybe shootings, just overall tensions being high in the area. Would you say, it would involve the community much, the rivalry?
Yeah.
You like to keep it between who it involves, not really bring it outside the clubs.
You know what? Sometimes in life there's casualties.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on to the next question, which was a public question. So Angels of Death MC and Notorious always seem to be in the same sentence. You guys have a reputation for being, for lack of a better word, badasses. And what do you think that is? What do you think kind of got you to this stage where your reputation is now where it is?
Well, when we want something, we take it. No matter what the cost is.
Yeah.
Most of the time,
We get the job done.
They just give it to us, you know.
Now, moving away more from the Lost MC and the community, and more onto the PD, which I'm sure you guys have had encounters with. Now, I don't feel the need to answer this question, but what are your recent encounters with the PD? Would you say, you know, there are high tensions out there with Lost, or would you say you and the PD have a good relationship?
That's what I say right there.
Middle finger. Okay.
Right there, my man.
Yeah. Would it be fair to say that pigs would be your alternative name for them?
Yeah, porgies.
Porgies is right.
Well, I guess that puts off the next question is, would you say you're on good terms with the PD? Wouldn't that?
When they stop putting me in jails, we'll be on good terms.
Yeah, okay. And lastly, this is kind of revolving around the third question. How much do you think you and your MC contribute to the crime rates in this city, which have been extremely high? The last time they were this high was...
I don't want to answer that.
We don't do no... I don't know what you're talking about, crime. See, we're just...
we just ride bikes, brother, and that's
we're law-abiding citizens.
Okay. And that's good. And lastly, I saw you had a few bikes out there. What's your favorite bike to ride personally?
Mine's by far the street glide. Yeah.
Okay. And why is that?
It's a Harley.
Well-rounded bike.
It's a Harley for one, you know, American made.
Yeah. Well,
she rides good. She's quick.
Yeah, no, that's the important things in bikes. I never really got into it myself, but I had a few friends who did. Well, yeah, this has been fantastic, guys. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day for an interview. So after a very successful talk with Angels of Death MC, we headed towards Lost MC because I had a funny feeling something big was about to kick off, and we had to be there. And our hunch was right. Angel of Death turned up at Stab City, which is Lost MC's main base of operations. And, well, I don't think I need to tell you much more, but they showed up to show a piece of their mind. Lost MC! After being thrown right into the middle of an MC warfare, the NYPD showed up, and of course I took this chance to talk to them about their opinions in the biker wars and how they plan on putting an end to them. So obviously, gang warfare, or MC warfare, more properly, has been at an all-time high, you know, and that is put, you know, that's really the case has been put to rest with that right over there. You know, it's not really a case anymore. But what would you say the NYPD is doing to prevent this from happening in the future?
In all honesty, we're having more patrols sent out day by day. We're trying to keep guns off the street. We have come across a lot of gun trading going along, and we have stopped many. Is there anything you want to add?
Good job.
Me? Or
No.
commissioner?
My other commissioner here.
Well, little by little we'll start getting this MC, guys.
Mm.
Like he said, we stopped him a couple times.
You think it's time to take the big move out now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Like I said, little by little.
Little by little. Okay, let's move on to the next question. How would you define your relationships with the two MCs, which will be the Lost MC and the Angels of that MC? You say good relations, bad relations, or not really any relations.
Well, they're not bad people. Good relations with them. I know their head boss. Seen him around wrestling a couple times. Respectful guy. But he's gonna do what he's gotta do to make money.
Yeah. And what would you say your recent encounters with the two MCs have been like?
Nah, man, they respectful, like I said. They understand when they do wrong.
So recently the crime rates in the city have jumped to an all-time high since 1998. How much do you think the MCs are contributing to this crime rate?
What do you think, Mr. Bradley?
Honestly, it's not much of the MCs. They obviously do contribute, and we do see them at least daily. But I think it's a group effort at the end of the day. You can't just define it on one person, one group. You've also got to encounter Grove Street, with all the families and ballers.
Well, let's say on how much do you think they singly contribute? Not like let's take it the family and the Vagos to all this.
Oh.
But, like, would you say they contribute maybe under 15% of the crime rates?
Well, the city's big, man. I don't know, man. You gotta be everywhere.
We wouldn't know what to say on that one.
Lastly, do you guys, as the NYPD commissioners, so like the face of the NYPD, if you will, do you have a message that you want to send out to the MCs and of course the community around? Because obviously the community is being heavily affected by this gang warfare. Innocents are fearing for their life, afraid that a gunshot might stray off and hit them. What is your message to the MCs and the community about what's happening and how you're going to deal with what's happening in the future?
To stay safe, to keep a sharp eye out, and probably the best thing to do right now is to stay in groups.
Yeah.
Don't really stray off on your own unless you either feel safe or have to.
Yeah.
But the NYPD will come.
I got nothing to say to MC. Generally tell to my people that we're almost on top of things. And be safe.
Well, gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure, and I'm sure I'll see you around for much more of news, this general incomings and outcomings of San Andreas.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
This has been Crime on the Street with me, Rush Weston. Episode 1. In Episode 1, we've discovered all about MC warfare, and in the next episode, Episode 2, we'll be discovering much more about the cartel. So that'll be interesting. Either way, have a good week, and this has been Mradio on Out of Work RP.